Happy weekend to you, and congratulations to NIO on delivering 600,000 vehicles. By the way, for me, the long-term view has been sort of at the bottom. I've got it on not the ticker, but above the ticker, the three initial major growth phases for NIO: market awareness, profitability, and then BaaS, battery as a service. And my thinking early on was we don't really know what BaaS is going to look like, but by the time we see 1 million NIO vehicles on the roads cumulatively, we will have an idea. So that's why I have those at the bottom as sort of my long-term view. And I'm just keeping that in mind. We're probably at least a couple years away. So I love that. It gives NIO more time to come out with sub-brands and to further solidify its position in the Chinese market. And then the global aspect, we'll just see how that goes. But also I'm keeping an eye on this. Brian T with the post here. Don't forget, China's Ministry of Finance will hold a briefing on the 12th, that's Saturday, to beef up fiscal policy approach. So this is just something I'm kind of keeping in mind. And then this, if you haven't seen it, I'm going to share it. And I actually will go down here and show you what I put in here. I actually gave a timestamp because Tom Hayes does these great long video podcasts, whatever you want to call them. And in this case, he gave a phenomenal example of the news narrative, as I call it. And so I gave the starting point, and it's 5 to 7 minute clip from that point where I've highlighted it or marked it. But in any event, I will have that down in the description below, so you can click that link and check it out for yourselves. It is worth watching. I love listening in to his podcast when I have time. I try to listen to the whole thing in its entirety. Hour, 2 hours, doesn't matter. He's got great stuff he puts out. So shout out and thank you to Tom Hayes for that. Also, this was going on. I posted this heading into the much acclaimed and hyped robotaxi event, or We Robot event. And so this was my post. Baidu with robotaxi, they're actually doing it, versus Tesla and ARK Invest just talking about it. And so then down here, I cited this. And so look, this is not the same. And in fact, I thought this was interesting. I haven't even looked at the 2019 campaign or hype train that Elon was pushing, but supposedly I've seen a couple of places, including this tweet on Twixter, talking about how, it's essentially, it was kind of the same thing, just regurgitated. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but here's my thought. I'll just kind of leave you with this because the companies are not the same. NIO and Tesla are absolutely not the same. I think that Tesla made a lot of people a lot of money, and that's awesome. I think, and I am always curious and enjoy hearing from people who were early investors in Tesla, because I like getting their take on NIO, especially if they are objective or neutral. But I do think that in the case of NIO, and I prefer the style and the way that William Li operates the company, with a much more quiet, subdued, humble, focused on the work approach and building out from a business model that has the potential to generate incredible profits, and it doesn't need government help or support to sort of solidify it long-term in the market. So that's my kind of big picture overview, and a huge reason that I just think NIO and Tesla are completely different animals. I think that, and I mentioned this in a recent video, I'll link it if you haven't seen it, that companies like BYD and Tesla, although they are dominating the market share right now for EVs, if they don't adopt battery swap models in the future, I'm not sure that they can remain relevant as some of these emerging players and companies like partners of NIO and NIO with their sub-brands, what they're going to do. I think we will see a pivot point starting in 2025 with respect to that. But time is the ultimate reveal. And of course, I could be wrong. So that's just me throwing a few things out that I'm watching. I will come back with more content, but I wanted to get this quick video out and make sure that people can at least have a heads up on some of the stuff I'm watching and thinking about over the weekend. And I think I'll get another video out before the weekend is over. And I would like to talk about a couple of things: shorts, and why shorts are running out of time with NIO stock. At least that's my take, and why they really don't have a chance at bankrupting NIO at this point. And I'm not sure if they realize that. We'll talk about that in the next video. So thanks for stopping through. Have a great day. I'll see you all again very soon.